You might think that just because you buy an inexpensive car that you're not going to have to worry about negative equity or having a lot of loan add-ons. Here's a perfect example of where dealers will make up the difference of what you save on a car price by adding it on finance. This is a client we're currently working with. They purchased a vehicle not that long ago. The cash price at the very top here was $16,358. Now that includes $1,000 in tax. So really they only paid about $15,000 for the car. So remember that number. Remember that number. They paid $15,000 for the car. If we go to the very bottom of this, their amount financed is $14,175. Okay, so they paid 15, they financed 14, and you might say, well, that's not that big of a problem. Well, what about this number right here? What about this number right here? Cash, down payment $8,000. They put $8,000 down on a $15,000 car, but still ended up with a $14,000 loan. How the heck did that happen? Well, that's where they made up the difference. This person probably actually got a pretty good deal on the car. But what they didn't recognize as part of this, and we've talked to this client, they didn't realize all this was happening, is they paid a $999 service charge, pre-delivery service charge to the dealer. For what? Who knows? They also paid a gap contract of $1,000. Remember, this is a $14,000 car, $15,000 car, and you're paying $1,000 in gap. They also paid $2,984 for a service contract, basically an extended warranty on a $15,000 car. You add all that back in, and that's how you end up with a $14,000 loan. And it gets even worse. If you think about it, what was added on to this car? Well, you have a $999 for service fee. Let's call it $1,000. You have $1,000 for gap insurance. That's $2,000. You have another $3,000 for a service contract. Just those alone, not counting taxes or other fees, is $5,000 added on to a $15,000 car. That's like a third, 33% more added on after the fact. So it's not like $5,000 was added on to a $50,000 car where it's 10% markup. Who cares? This is a 33%, one-third margin for this vehicle. So this is going to be a big reason why somebody will have negative equity. Good news is all of these can be canceled. You can reverse these out, but you have to know about them. This particular customer didn't know about it until we looked into their contract. A lot of times these contracts are not made visible to the buyer when they're buying the car, because when you buy the car, a lot of times they make you sign on a tablet where you're just signing on a electronic screen. You don't see all the forms. They may print them out and fold them and staple them and put them in an envelope and tell you to put it in the glove compartment because they're important and never look at them. But then all of a sudden when you realize, wait a minute, why do I have a $14,000 loan when I put down $8,000? And that's where you have to go through and look at these itemized costs on what's called the installment contract. So make sure you review it. If you want help with that, you can look on our website. You can upload your forms, upload your documents. We have services, we have consultation. Almost all these car deals have very, very significant improper add-ons put on the loan that puts you in a negative equity situation that you can get yourself out of if you work through the process, and don't let the dealer tell you otherwise. You can cancel these things. They might say, no, you can't do it, or no, you have to keep it. You've already used it. You have to cancel it. The law says you have to. In addition, make sure you do it in writing, because a lot of times dealers will say, yeah, just send us an email or call us up, and they never cancel it, and you'll never find out about it. So you want to get it canceled. You don't want to let them give you the runaround, because they're not going to want to do it. Look, if you cancel $5,000 from this car loan, that dealer has to come out of pocket that whole dollar amount on their own. They're not going to want to write a check for $5,000 if they can avoid it. So in the same way they're going to high pressure you to buy the car, they're going to high pressure you to keep from canceling it. So you want to do it in writing with proper documentation, proper formatting. Make sure you realize you're going to not have a service contract, but in most cases it doesn't add much actual value. Think about it. You have a $14,000 car. you're spending $3,000 on a service contract. What's going to break on that car that you couldn't handle? So these car loans are getting crazy. Look at your paperwork. If you have any questions, send it to us. Let us review it for you.